Hi everyone, and welcome to your Tarot Love Messages. In today's reading, we'll take a look and see who is thinking about you, who's got you on their mind right now, okay? This is going to be a general reading, guys. Please keep that in mind. It is not specifically intended for any one sign, so it's a collective tarot message here. But if you've clicked on this reading, there's obviously something here that's led you to this particular reading. You've been guided here, you've been drawn here, you've been pulled here. Okay, so let's take a look and see who's got you on their mind, who's thinking about you. Chances are, if you've been thinking about someone lately, it's or if you can't stop, if you can't bring yourself to stop thinking about someone lately, it's very likely that the both of you have been thinking about each other. Okay, it's very likely that there's someone there who's pulling on your energy. So let's take a look and see who it might be. Okay, so first and foremost with the Hangman, notice how the halo is wrapped around the Hangman's head. This is a reference to the sun, and notice how it's, his head that is being highlighted and illuminated here. So someone certainly has you on their mind. Someone certainly is thinking and has been thinking about you, and it's almost like it's on loop. Okay, it's almost like their thoughts of you are going around and around in circles. Someone here is stuck on you. Okay, they're stuck on you. They can't get you off their mind. I feel like what makes it worse is that they're trying to forget you. They're trying to not think about you. They're trying to stop themselves from thinking about you. And I feel like this is what's sort of making it worse for them, okay? So the more they, resistance, wait, let me get this straight. Is it resistance breeds persistence, or objection breeds, rejection breeds obsession? It's that kind of energy. Okay, so the more that they try to bring themselves to stop thinking about you, the more they try to suppress their thoughts and their feelings about you, the stronger those feelings become, and the more intense they become. So someone here is definitely I feel like they're thinking about you day and night. Okay, so around the clock, someone here is and like I said, it's almost like it's on loop. Yeah, I'm getting this whole loop thing. So it's almost like either you and this person, I feel like there's a stagnated energy, especially with the Hangman, between you and this individual. So even though they're thinking about you, chances are they may not necessarily be reaching out to you. They may not be contacting you. So just because you haven't heard from this person, it doesn't mean that they've forgotten about you. It doesn't mean that they're not thinking about you. That's not the case at all. This is someone who is, who can't get you off their mind. They're stuck though. It feels like this person doesn't know what to do. Okay, they don't know what to do with their feelings. They don't know what to do, how to reach out to you. They don't know what to say. It also feels like this is someone who's hurt you. Okay, swords are a weapon. They can be used for both good and bad. But it does feel like this is someone who's hurt you. It does feel like even if you guys are apart, it's hurting them. Okay, this person is having a hard time without you. This person is having a hard time being apart and away from you. Okay, so definitely someone who is missing you, someone who is, it feels like they're trying to connect with you also. Okay, because the Eight of Swords, notice how, she's surrounded here by the Prison of Swords, right? You've got the water that pulls by her underneath her feet. Now the water here is symbolic of intuition. I'll tell you why. She's both blindfolded and she's bounded by the wraps here, okay? So she feels as if she's stuck in her situation. She is using her intuition, okay? The water here that pulls underneath her feet, she is using her intuition to get herself out of this predicament, try and get herself out of this situation. So intuitively, you know who this is. You know who I'm talking about, okay? And maybe this reading here is just confirmation. You've been thinking about them, they've been thinking about you, and round this cycle goes. So maybe this reading is confirmation, maybe it's double confirmation for some of you. Maybe it's exactly what you needed to hear, or it's, you needed to be assured of. But it does feel like intuitively, you know who I'm talking about, okay? And even if you're not 100% sure, okay, and I don't want you to get mixed up with, I don't want you to mix up your intuition with your ego, okay? Those are two very separate things. So not, not who you think or who you want it to be, okay, because that's your ego talking. That's your ego in the driver's seat right there. It's who, you know, it's who your intuition is telling you it might be, okay? So intuitively, whoever you feel, okay, you can feel the energy. You can certainly feel them pulling on your energy. Even though they're pulling on your energy, it feels like this person is wanting for you to make a move. It feels like this isn't someone who's, right? This isn't someone who's ready to make a move. This is someone who feels a little bit stuck. This is someone who's scared, okay? They feel like they can't reach out to you. They feel like access to you is being restricted or denied. They feel like maybe you guys just don't get on, like you guys just can't seem to make it work. Every time you guys talk, it ends up in this, you know, sort of situation. You end up hurting each other with the words and the, you know, the things that you say to one another. So for some reason, this person is scared. They're fearful, they're scared, they're anxious of reaching out. You may have someone else around you and they're scared that, you know, if you do reach out, if they reach out, you might reject them, which might then lead to, you know, them experiencing rejection and pain. So definitely a fear-based kind of energy. This is someone who I feel like has done wrong by you, has hurt you, or has hurt the situation. And I also feel like there's a little bit of ego involved here, in the sense that this person, even though they want to make things right with you, they're scared, okay? And them being fearful is essentially their ego coming into play here. So someone wants to reach out to you, someone wants to connect with you, someone wants to apologize, wants to make it right, wants to work towards a resolution, a solution, wants to reconnect, revisit and restore a connection with you, but they're scared. They're scared because maybe they're, you know, they've hurt you too much, or you guys keep hurting each other too much, or it's just not healthy and it's not, you know, the situation is a little bit toxic. I don't know. There's something here that tells me this person is a little bit, you know, there's something here that's keeping them away. We can pull some more cards. Okay, just to see what's this, like, what are the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords all about? Because notice with Justice here, she's holding the sword upright, and this is the sword of truth. So it feels like this person may be someone who has lied to you in the past, or someone who has recently lied to you, and they may have a truth of some sort they want to tell you, but they're so scared how you're going to react, okay? And they're so scared that they may end up hurting you. I always feel like it circles back to them hurting you, okay? And even though this person loves you, they still end up hurting you. Now, not intentionally, okay? I don't think there's malice involved here in the energies, but it does feel like this is someone who ends up unintentionally hurting you. And you guys end up hurting each other. I also feel like with the Eight of Swords, there's something you don't see about this person, or there's something you don't see about this connection. Okay, Seven of Swords. Just as I said, there's no malice. Look, there is, okay, this person has lied to you or has been deceptive with you. I also feel like this is, you know, deceit of oneself. I also feel like they're trying to delude themselves into thinking they're doing good without you. They're trying to, you know, trick themselves into thinking that they're better off without you, and sure, they can go out there and play the field and the grass is greener elsewhere and they can replace you, that sort of thing. Okay, this is their ego trying to comfort them. But even if they get out there and they'll meet new people and, you know, meet new romantic connections, they will not be able to replace you. They will not be able to replace what they had with you. Deep down inside, they know that, but their ego is trying to tell them otherwise, okay? So just let them and their ego do their thing. They'll come around. But yes, this is someone who I feel like has lied to you. And look, given the multitude of the swords, I think you know, okay? I think maybe you've given this person the benefit of the doubt way too many times. You know, maybe they've taken advantage of your kind and naive nature. I don't know. For some reason, I get this really strong indication that they have been hurtful. Okay, they've hurt you and hurt the relationship multiple times. Okay, and I do think the signs were there. You kind of saw the signs. Okay, I'm not trying to roll the blame and leave it at anyone's doorstep here, but I feel like you kind of saw the red flags. You kind of saw the signs multiple times, but it's almost like you made excuses for this person, or you tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, and each and every time they kind of took advantage of that. Okay, this person does want to move forward. Okay, so after a period of stagnation, it's very likely that you will see this person making some sort of big, bold move, okay? Because this is the Chariot's energy. This is good energy, and this denotes victory and success. So some sort of move that they'll be making towards you is going to be a successful one, is going to be one in the right direction. Because of the sphinxes and the fact that they're so polar opposite each other and there's such a contradiction and they sit out facing in the opposite directions, it tells me that right now you guys are on complete different paths. So if you have separated, and especially if this is the Ten of Swords situation, or if you're at, you know, the pointy end of this connection, the tail end of this connection, it's very likely that you will go separate ways, okay? And I don't want to sugarcoat anything, and I know this might sound really blunt, but you might not potentially end up with this person. You might separate from this person, you'll disconnect from this individual, and that's just me being really, you know, honest with you. But I do think your paths are going to cross again, okay? In the future, your paths are going to cross again. It's just right now, there's just too much pain for this to go anywhere. There's way too much pain in the energies for this to, even for this to work. But I do see that in time, I see that this person, I feel like this person needs to work on themselves, and I feel like they will reach out. You will hear from them, you will see them, and they will make a move towards you. You've got the Four of Wands, okay? This is the reunion. So just as I said, your paths will cross again. Right now, they're like a set of parallel lines, okay? Running side by side, very close to each other, but not actually connecting, not actually crossing. But in the future, the cards seem to strongly indicate that there will be a successful reunion. Remember how I said this person is going to make a move, which will be successful, one which will be in the right direction, one which will move the relationship forward. Right now it's stuck though. You are stuck on them, they're stuck on you. This whole situation is stuck. It's can't get unglued. It's not going anywhere. You're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. They want you, you want them. You're on their mind, they're on your mind. But round and round it goes. It's not going anywhere, okay? So right now it's going to stay like that for a little bit longer. How much longer, you ask? Couple of weeks, couple of months, hopefully not a couple of years for some, but hey, let's not rule that out, okay? Time is non-linear, it's fluid, it's a social construct, it can be hard to sort of, you know, break down. But right now, this person needs to do a whole lot of thinking, not just about you, but I feel like they need to do a whole lot of reflecting about themselves and the role that they played in this disconnection, in this relationship, in this separation, you know, about perhaps the way that they've treated you, the way they've hurt you and hurt the relationship. You know, I'm not saying that they're the devil here, and I'm not necessarily saying, you know, you're the angel or vice versa, because I think, you know, it takes two to tango, and you both played a role in this separation and this disconnection, right? But I think there's a lot of reflection that needs to happen on both parts, and until that reflection happens, there will be no successful movement, okay? This is why the disconnection, the separation is really a blessing in disguise, because the person that has you on their mind right now is thinking about you, but what good is it that if they're thinking about you, but, you know, if they haven't done any reflecting? So what good is it them coming back, but essentially not having changed, not having grown, not having learned, you know, still the same old person with this, making the same old mistakes, right? I mean, you're only going to go back to what you guys had, okay? You're only going to go back to this, you know, prison of swords, this Ten of Swords situation. You want to, even though you want to come back together again, you want to come back together, have happier, healthier people, okay? So give it time, don't rush this, okay? You need to do some work on yourself. They need to do some work on themselves. How will you know? It's almost like I feel like I can read someone's mind. How will you know when the time is right to connect? How will you know when the time is right to, you know, to reach out, to try and make things work, to give it another go? You will know, okay? You will know. There will be, it's almost like there will be no doubts, no hesitations, no reservations. It'll feel natural, okay? So if you feel like you're kind of forcing a reunion, or you're trying to, you know, force them to get them to see your point of view and vice versa, it's not ready. It's not happening just yet, okay? But if it's starting to flow natural and there's an ease to it, that's when the timing is right, okay? And don't worry, destiny, okay? Destiny has it all figured out, so don't stress. Okay, guys, thanks so much for your time, your energy, your attention. Please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. Bye.